Good rising, friends. I'm not wanting to film this cock, or even this cam, because that's very cammy. Very cammy. Very wispy. Anyway, so we know it's, I guess, about 7 a.m., so a little later than some of my other videos. But the sun is obviously approaching here. If I was to step backwards, of course, you would see more of the sun because that's how perspective works. Go forward, of course, you could lose it behind this roof. I am in a new location, but we know that the westerly direction is that way. And sorry, the easterly, my bad, is that way, and west is sort of that way. And the moon, which is the purpose of this video, is here. Now, obviously, I'm not in the same location as I was with the last video, and I'm grateful for the feedback and comments. Cameron suggested I do a sort of deeper dive on what we understand on, or what we observe, and how that comports with what we're told. Sea Lightning 300, and others were telling me that, yes, some guys in New Zealand were saying, we in Christchurch, we're getting the sun for about an hour and a half while London is still in the sun. Still got sunlight, so also still can observe the sun. Impossible on the model we're given. But the thing is, and I'm kind of drawn to do that. The thing is that why I'd always avoided getting too, putting too much energy into debunking, like the kind of finer points of the rect globe model, was because the globe kind of, the person who needs it to be a globe is never going to give this really airtime. If they can't see water being level, then they're going to claim that a 24-hour sun in one place or another place debunks flat Earth, which, of course, it's water. We're talking about water and not moving. But yes, the globe model has got all sorts of anomalies that people are not. So it's a lot of energy that yes, us in the flat Earth already know, and so it's nice to have a little bit more kind of refinement of the model, or further evidence against the spinning globular thing. So maybe I'll do something on that, but that's my kind of reasoning. Anyway, so remember, just 10 days ago or so, when I made an observation of the moon at about this position in the sky. So yes, the sun is getting closer and closer to it because, of course, the sun is catching up by 15 degrees per day, or I always forget it's 13 degrees per day. Anyway, it's traveling quicker than the sun, the moon across the sky, and so it's overtaking it eventually. So tomorrow, if I came out at exactly the same time, it would be like 15 degrees back, and then 15 degrees back, and then, in 5 days' time, 6 days' time, the sun and moon will be in about the same position, and the moon will be completely invisible to all observation of any scientific leaning and any piece of equipment that we might be able to bring to bear. There's another skyscraper coming in right now. Yeah, it should be a blue sky, I think. Anyway, so the sun will catch up. And at this time of the day, the sun would be midday, and it would be the moon and the sun would be kind of conjunct, and then it would overtake, and so on and so forth. But this is the bit that I'm really fascinated by is that the moon appears to be rising. So, at the same placement in the sky, it was down in that tree, remember? And then the next observation, just a few days ago, now it's 2 days ago, today's the 18th of July, was here in the sky. There is our wonderful silvery moon. And now it's there. And if I can catch it over the next couple of days, I believe we'll find it almost towards the perpendicular, 85 degrees possibly, just like the sun is at its maximum zenith here in the summer in England. So that's okay. That trail is not lingering, to be fair, but not all trails are the same. Um, even though they appear to dissipate, I don't believe it's necessarily that there's nothing being sort of spread to create eventually wispiness. Anyway, so I'm going to lose the sun, I mean the moon, in a moment behind these clouds. It's there. But, I just wanted to point that out. Notice how it's down here at the full moon, up here at the partial moon, and um, uh, and it will continue to rise. Now I don't know whether that's what everybody will see, or that we will see the same experience like in the winter. I think we do, but I need more observation to be certain of that. So, yeah, more power to you, and yeah, thanks again for the feedback, and we'll see you tonight at We Gather.